Hello, grade 4 students. Welcome to our Qatar history lesson. I hope everyone is doing great. And by the way, we're going to continue lesson 4, the heritage, pages 42 of your Qatar history book. Let's start with our learning objectives. First, recall tangible heritage and describe the traditional Qatari houses. Number 2, to identify what intangible heritage is and list some of its examples. All right, before anything, let's recap what heritage means. Heritage is a person's unique inherited sense of family, identity that includes values, traditions, culture, and artifacts handed down by previous generations. Heritage class can be classified as tangible heritage and intangible heritage. When you see tangible heritage, it is something or it refers to things that we can store or physically touch or something we can see. In short class, these are the material heritage. Examples, we have castles, towers, fortresses, houses, and handicrafts like you can see here in the pictures. We have the Al Zubara Fort, Varzen Tower, and this one is an example of handicrafts. When you say handicraft class, these are the things or any material that is made by hand. All right, and number 2 is intangible heritage. So when you say intangible, it refers to things that are not physically items but exist intellectually, like traditional songs, values, beliefs, literatures, any forms of poetry, art, folk proverbs, folk stories, and tales. Now let's find out the traditional Qatari house, which is an example of tangible heritage. In the architecture grade 4, Qataris relied on the building materials available in their environment. So in the past, their houses were built from mud, gravel, or stones, like this example in the picture. It is the old house in Qatar. So the Qatari house class consisted of one room that was mostly used for sleeping, while the outside space was used for housework and reception. Then their house before, the ceiling sounds horizontal flat with shaded spaces in front of the house is called Aliwan that oversees the yard directly for the purpose of tempering the heat. And also the purpose of Aliwan grade 4 is an extension of the internal space of the house and the center for a family gathering, home activities practicing, and for eating. Basically, grade 4, the old traditional houses in Qatar, its architecture was designed in a way to keep the internal temperature low during the scorching heat in summertime. Now students, look at this picture. It is an example of the Aliwan part of the house, and for us, we say it veranda. It created a shaded and acted as an important element or part of the traditional Qatari house. Alright, so by the time class, the number of rooms inside the Qatari house is increased and they added fence to protect them from wind and sunlight. And also grade 4, it gave some privacy to the family. And aside from that, they had the yard of the house called Al House, and they have Majlis class. It is a room where males or men members of the house entertain their male friends and guests, and usually situated in the right of the entrance. And they also had increased the number of their windows called Darish, overlooking the street, and it is one of the features of the traditional house in Qarar that was and still to honor the guest. All right, so it developed over time and they included kitchen and after room for the other members of the family. Let's move to the examples of intangible heritage, the asaj or the popular songs. In the state of Qatar class, they are the mirror that highlights many of the customs of this community and its traditions and the nature of social relationships in it. The Songs of Qatar class is based on folk songs, poetry, and dances. Example, we have asuja, which is a type of the lyrical folk songs, which sometimes accompanied by musical instruments. By the way, when you say folk songs, grade 4, these are the songs originating among the people of a country, then passed by oral traditions from one generation to next generations. Now let's find out the forms of asaj. Okay, first we have the sea asaj class. They are the songs that a sailor or that sailor sings together during their voyages to extract pearls or to catch fish, and they are considered as one of the work songs that arouse the enthusiasm of the workers. During the time class, each song varying in rhythm would narrate different activities like pearling, diving, fishing, and even the spreading of their sails. So singing was used also to encourage crew or the workers to work harder during the pearl hunting. Another form of hostage class is called the wild hostage. There are many of the wild hostage that workers sing during the work. Example, they have harda and children hostage. Arda is our hasuja, which is now performed in times of celebrations and national holidays. And nowadays class, Arda is a common sight at wedding, cultural events, and other special occasions. And also Children Hasich, which is a group of folk songs that children sing while playing. All right, and for additional information about Arda, it is a traditional folk art practiced by Qataris on their national and social occasions and depends on movement, rhythm, and poetry in a collective performance that expresses masculinity and courage. All right, so that's for today, grade 4, and please always stay safe. Bye for now.